Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next session of LA Noire. May look like that can't do. Sure. Oh well, I'll mess with that later. But welcome to session 9 of LA Noire. I apologize for the absence of the remaining of last week. As most of you know, are in my Discord server and just in person or whatever. Dexter passed away on October 8th. I wasn't able to really do much of anything for the rest of that. Did manage to get a nice little photo set up and to really keep Dexter's spirit in mind and to remember the commands are still active. You can at any point in time type in the chat !GDG and !Dexter. You know, he's definitely going to be on our hearts for a very long time. So, that being said, yeah. Last we left off on LA Noire, we did a couple of cases on the arson desk, and we still got a few more to go through, and have uncovered what's known as Suburban Redevelopment Fund. And I guess that is what we are going to dig ourselves into, deeper into the rabbit hole, to see what information we will be digging up. So with that being said, let's move on to the game side of things, and let's see if I can actually finally let me see. That is not what I used. Either. That is definitely not what I... So we're just gonna mess around with the webcam a bit. Sorry in advance. There we go. At least there'll be like less lighting. So I think that'll work. I think that will definitely work. That being said, let's move on to LA Noire, where we left off in a case called A Walk in Elysian Fields. Hello, Gaklosion. Hello, Beauty and Black. Okay. Hello, RT Wolf. Hello, C Figaro. And many others that happen to be tuning on in. I hope that you enjoy the stream. Are you able to hear me okay on stream? Yes. Looks like we got a gentleman obsessed with origami here.
House fire, bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
All right, another house fire. Let's get to it.
Don't you have rules against...
And if you guys aren't aware of what happened to Cole Phelps here, he's been demoted to the arson desk from the vice desk due to cheating on his wife.
You're a modest. Much to be modest. Those vice
Yeah, I know what you mean. But the reason why they made it such a bit of a... Well, it was because Vice
Ideas?
are involved in some redevelopment funding, and they needed the paparazzi to keep off of them for a while.
Yeah, I'm teasing you, Hirsch. Tell me about it.
And that's an interesting fact, Jack.
Patient burned to the ground last night. You guys are ready to move in this weekend. Developers gonna have some very angry customers. Shame about Jeff. The arson investigation trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody.
Want to bet? Well, it kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Alright, let's just head over to our next house fire and move from there. Hopefully we'll dig ourselves a little deeper about this suburban redevelopment funding. It's been such a huge deal in the last couple of cases that we went through under arson. Look at that. This is the longest drive I had to go through yet. Alright, here we are. Another day, another building that's been set ablaze. Check it out. Hey, speaking of the devil, Suburban Redevelopment Fund right there.
You guys better see this.
I hope you have strong stomachs. That is not a good sign. Jesus fucking Christ.
Morelli, Mike, we recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Well, I guess that's for us to try and figure out, Herschel. Got a photograph. Family.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Find anything interesting?
Not much, Gorgoda. Can we give a shout out to Gorgoda, please?
The prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it.
Jesus Christ.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating pigs.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable...
You know what? I can't blame him.
You getting this?
I can't blame him at all.
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
He hasn't smoked a cigarette for years?
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Let's see what we... Yep. Certainly is. Let's take a look here and see what we got. Reginald Varley.
Same model.
Of course. We can find... Oh, hell. Cigarette butts.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Alright. Only last thing to do is to interview this person. So let's go ahead and talk with him, shall we?
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Alright.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Are you sure about that? Is there anything you can, give me some more juicy details.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Oh. So there were houses planned to be demolished?
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
As you were looking out?
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
You just told us earlier that they had no interest and that they were being difficult. What more are you not telling me?
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
That seems to be truthful enough.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen.
Please.
I'll get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold
Hey, Gak, look at that. Cole just pointed it out.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
I have a feeling, a very bad, strong feeling about this guy.
Oh, I see you already have one.
It's the same one? Not exactly the same.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Why is that? Oh, I just got it. I just got it. Yeah, Reginald Varley. That's a reference to Borderlands 2, isn't it? One of Tiny Tina's friends, if I remember. No? Bernadetta's. Oh. I don't know. Oh, Varley is Bernie's last name. Makes a lot of sense. All right.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelvey
Oof.
immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
All right.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton.
I will visit that in a minute. Ooh, hold on. It looks like a flooded basement if I've ever seen one. Is there a way I can check that out?
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Am I missing something here? The music is still playing, which means I am missing something. Well, we could take out our handy dandy notebook here. We're going ahead and use our intuition. Ah. There happens to be something that we can check out over here. I can't believe I missed it. It's a newspaper, of course it is. Housing development burns. Ex-servicemen irate as GI houses razed.
How did you get my number, Ira?
At first I didn't understand you, but now I do.
I'd like you to come back to the clinic.
I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you
Yikes!
helped me find it.
Fontaine has created a monster. All right, well, let's get inside the vehicle, and I suppose we should probably head over to Rancho Escondido. Where's Biggs? Is he in here? Yes, he is. So yeah, it turns out that Ira is connected to the house fires. It's all thanks to Dr. Fontaine, that magnificent, glorious bastard that tried to shoehorn Courtney Sheldon himself, which both of them, by the way, used to be part of Cole Phelps' unit back in the Army days or Marine days or whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, nearing the end of the Vice desk, most of their people got gunned down due to the medical supplies and stuff.
Really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
Another fucking fire?
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Oh
break.
shit! Okay. Put him up, put him up. Finish him.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Oh, whatever you say, Biggs. What's going on here? Wow.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal?
Or cement quality.
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
So these houses were built cheap then. Well, that can't be good. Oh, Jesus Christ.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
All right. Next location. Elysian Fields. Let's knock on their door. I should have headache pills in my bag if you need some. Need to exit out of here first before I can make it to my destination. All right.
Any Century unit, 211 in progress, 522 South Hill Street, unit to handle code 3 identified.
Out of the way. Beep beep. Elysian Fields, we meet again.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right
to. This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
It's just that simple. Leg!
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Well, answer some questions.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using...
Bullshit, give me more.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not...
Bullshit, sir.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient.
And I have it right here. This notebook tells me otherwise.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
Sure.
We've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's
Mind giving us a little more deets?
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best.
Yeah, bullshit.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
What would explain the poor cement quality? We literally just checked it out and it fell apart right in front of us.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD.
You say as you lied under your chaps. Or chops.
On the board of the police pension fund.
glad to be
Fuck
of
off.
help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Do any of these rings? Ooh, Chapman does.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Alright, is there a telephone nearby that I can use?
I like you.
Your boss is a fine man.
But I like you.
The heck?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I use this? Thank you.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released.
Wonderful.
Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out overtly.
Thanks.
Well, I guess that's better than nothing. Oh, the blue room. So we're back here. Gotta check out our wonderful singer after all. Oh boy, it's this son of a bitch.
Buy me a drink, Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields. I should have known that you were playing errand boy. You and your doofus partner. You have been warned. Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
I just want to punch that guy in the face so hard right now.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
It looks like Biggs finally had it, and he's probably going to be by our side this entire ride.
KGPL calling car 11K,
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
All right.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Alright, so it looks like our partner knows a bit about Jack Kelso. Interesting. Let's make our way to Chapman's apartment and See if we can wrap this case up. Excusez-moi. Don't know when to exactly turn. Well, it looks like I have no choice now. Car looks like it's a little beaten up now. Let's try not to ram into any more vehicles on the way over. I have a feeling that might not be an option. Excuse me? You guys are really starting just... Alright. Whoops. Getting out of the way. Thank you. Now. Perhaps. Just perhaps. Okay, finally we're getting a little closer. Good.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of problem.
Look at the car.
Let's investigate his car here and see what we got. Well,
Let's see what he's hauling.
we got some mosquito coils here.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
We also have some ammo here.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
And look at all that. Flyers for the Elysian Fields.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Holy cow. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Not like I'm losing him anytime soon. Jesus Christ!
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Step on it, huh? Get me just a little closer.
There we go. Nice.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Well, that was close.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Oh, boy.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon next.
Oh, boy. Oh, shit.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help, this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
All right. That happens to end the case of Walking Elysian Fields. Sounds to us that Cole Phelps is not convinced. Chapman takes his motive and any possible ties to Monroe and Elysian Fields to the grave. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Alright. Next case, House of Sticks. Looks like we're not getting a backstory this time.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Oh, looks like we're taking control of Jack Kelso. Dear Miss Littman, pertaining to the matter of policy number, I'm not going to count that high, fuck that, and the sudden death of Mr. Louis Jean Bookwater, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I'm writing to inform you that you have been named as sole beneficiary of Mr. Buckwalter's estate. Please find attached a settlement check for $20,000, the maximum payable amount in accordance with Clause 4-A of the Life, Care, Disability, and Accidental Death Policy which Mr. Buckwater held. If you wish to dispute the settlement, you may contact our account management office by return mail or by phone during office hours. With condolences, Clarence W. Fleming.
There's no need to come into the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
That is a hefty amount of cash.
I don't accept this.
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
There's got to be more in these files.
While an employee of Elysian Fields Development, Louis John Buckwater was killed when the roof of the property on which he was working collapsed. On Tuesday, 28th January, at approximately 8:30 in the morning, Mr. Buckwater was ascending the roof structure of a property at the Normandy Avenue development. Fault in the ridge beam caused it to sag. Well, I wonder why. Witnesses report that Mr. Buckwater slipped and attempted to right himself by holding onto a ceiling rafter, but the rafter broke. Mr. Buckwater fell approximately 23 feet to the ground. His falling weight caused several ceiling joists to snap, and these fell inward along with part of a prefabricated roof truss. Autopsy later revealed that Mr. Buckwater's cranium was shattered, probably when he struck his head on one of the roof beams. He sustained significant internal injuries as a result of the falling timber and died of internal hemorrhage, approximately 10 minutes after the initial roof collapse. Independent testing of the ridge beam and roof truss has determined that faults in the timber were undetectable prior to installation. Witnesses report that Mr. Buckwater was following all safety procedures.
Sorry for your loss.
It is the opinion of this investigator that the death of Louis John Buckwater constitutes a genuine and unavoidable industrial accident, and no fault can be ascribed to Elysian Fields developments.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
You mind telling me a little bit more?
You want me to reopen this case based on your woman's intuition? That isn't going to happen. Take the money.
I've already told you I do not want the money. There's something wrong with that house.
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
Family friends? There's gotta be a little bit more.
You expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island. Resident alien Germans whose parents...
Yikes.
were Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
So the roof collapsed. Accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Ms. Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
That's fair enough.
I'm intrigued, Ms. Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it?
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Miss Lichtman?
The address is on the letter, Mr. Kelso.
The address, not the phone number.
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, I'll walk you up.
Heavens to Betsy!
He was definitely checking her out, that sly dog. Oh, nice. He's putting, I guess.
Mr. Benson, you wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lickman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lickman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of it.
the beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a very highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your
Yikes.
fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
Well, he's definitely hiding something.
Your car, Mr. Kelso? Thanks.
What X to skip to your destination? Really, I can do that. Oh, well, I'm not exactly police, so I don't have a siren, so I guess, well, fuck it, I'm still gonna act like a police officer anyway, and pretend I own the roads of LA. Alright. Excuse me. I may not be a police officer, but I, you know, you'll have some things to take care of. Yikes. Insurance fraud? I don't know how to cover that. What do you expect me to do? Drive better? Alright. Okay. Order of demolition.
Bulldozing and starting again.
Damn. That can't be coincidental.
Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
What else do we have here?
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners.
Wow.
Hey, you just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso, from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
All right, time to fight. Boom. Give him a good old 1-2.
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
That was easy. All right, looks like we're gonna check out the accident site.
Juvenile delinquency is an ever-growing problem. The LAPD advises all parents to send their children to Sunday school.
Damn.
The place falls down and then they bulldoze it. What gives here?
Not for construction use? Are you kidding me? Look at that. I manipulate this. Been having some troubles with manipulating items before, but this is ridiculous. Not for construction use again. We're definitely cutting corners here, that's for sure.
Let's try to piece this together. That's not right.
Whoops.
They don't quite fit.
Keystone Films. Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Whoa. Okay. All right. That's fair. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. That's fair. Run, run, run away. Bam, bam. Ba-da-da. 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 Was I not running fast enough? No, I don't appreciate the offer. Bot. Shoot at the driver to slow the bulldozer down and aid your escape. Okay, I see. Alright, let's try this again. We'll get it eventually, right? No, I don't want to skip it. Let's just keep trying until I get sick of it. Good old-fashioned way.
Son of a bitch.
I'm doing this wrong. No, I'm not skipping it. Quit asking me. Sheesh Louise. Stubborn old man.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot at the driver somehow. But how is the question?
Son of a bitch. Oh, shit.
Well, I screwed up, but I might have an idea, a bit of an idea on how to handle that now, so that's the good news. That's the only good news I have, honestly.
Son of a bitch.
Come on. Just barely made it. Screw that guy. Jesus. All I wanted to do was get some work done. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Well, before I do anything, let me use a nearby phone. Get some information on Keystone Films. See if we can get a location on that.
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Alright, cool. Got an address. Let's get over there. Got nothing else to do. Well, let's see here. We don't really have much long for this game left. After this, I'll be going into God of War Chains of Olympus. continue our adventure with Kratos, the God of War. Although we're not going to be continuing with God of War 2, we're going to actually taking a bit of a sidestep to what's originally a PSP release called Chains of Olympus. It eventually got re-released on the PlayStation 3 alongside with Ghost of Sparta. So needless to say, I'm going to try my best to go chronological order with the God of War franchise. And eventually we'll be building our way up toward God of War for the PlayStation 4. Which is a game I hardly touched.
California drivers.
Keystone Film Company.
Hi, Mac. I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
Here?
No, not here. At a housing development over on Normandy Avenue.
So?
I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since '41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kind of hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
Anywhere else? Room, perhaps? I mean, I doubt it. Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Let's see what the rich and powerful have to say for themselves.
Investigate further. It's empty.
The reel should be nearby.
Should be nearby. Oh, goody.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President
Really?
of California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray
Our boss is in on it.
District Attorney Don Sandler and Police Chief Warren. Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company.
You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity.
I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition.
It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry. Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser.
So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public housing.
God damn it, Ray. Public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks.
Yep, he certainly was.
They're all being built with government money. The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Of course, Curtis. So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. Takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
Looks like he's not happy that his boss is involved.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to...
Operator, I'd be glad if you'd put me through to police dispatch.
Putting you through now.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9. I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yikes. There's Cole Phelps.
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live with that, Cole?
Elsa, I need his help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves a chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
And now we're gonna fuck here in the alley. Risky boy, this Cole Phelps is. Something tells me I left something behind at Keystone Studios. I mean, literally, he just picked her up by her legs. You can't tell me they weren't planning on fucking in the alleyway. Well, while they go at it like bunny rabbits, that's clearly in heat, I'm gonna do the rest of the investigation as Jack Kelso here. I had a feeling I missed something at Keystone Films, I just didn't know. Oh, I'm nearby there anyway. Take a quick look, see it's missed. Okay. Is there a way I can actually... Kidding. Of a bitch. There's gotta be a way. Hmm. Is there another direction I can get into this? No, it doesn't look like. Okay, come on, let's climb over. Thank you. Damn. in there even if I wanted to. What else am I supposed to do? Here we go. Inferior quality, not for structural use.
It's one way to keep your costs down. Too bad it won't support a roof.
Hey, that was the only piece of evidence that we've missed. So it turns out that the Elysian Fields Company was using Keystone Films wood or lumber. Always gotta be cheap about it. Alright. Not much else to go by, so let's just head over to Elysian Fields Housing Development and go from there. Alright, to cut down on time, I'm going to go on ahead and use the self-guidance move to move over directly into Elysian Field Site 2. No entry. Neat. There's definitely some lighting going on over here.
Nice wiring job, fellas. Keep them in the dark.
Clearly built on the cheap. Very clearly built on the cheap. Hello, Techno Wolf Gamer. How you doing? Not too bad, not too bad. Just playing some more LA Noire here, trying to figure out what I'm doing. Maybe now's a good time to use some intuition. It's like I cannot. Well, that's a shame. Looks like I can't break into there. Was there something else that I was supposed to look at in here? Some radiator works. Yeah, can we go ahead and give a shout out to Techno Wolf Gamer, if we may? I think I'm missing upstairs. Maybe I might have overlooked something in the last building. Thanks, Gak. Maybe there's nothing else here after all. I guess I could drive off and call it a night. No problem. And we're already here. Already looked at that. Wow.
Good thing I'm not thirsty.
You're really doing a crap job with these houses. These are supposed to be housings for returning GIs. In paint. That is pretty bad. So no electric, no water. I wonder what else we could be looking for in here. Bricks. Something I overlooked. Got some lumber here. Apps. Yeah, no lights, no water. Probably like you said, there's probably no heating either. Which case, how can I tell? Well, thank you for the subscription there, Techno Wolf Gamer. Definitely appreciate that. Oh, finally a cutscene.
You lose something, Mac?
I thought these private eye types were all wise guys with smart mouths.
Looks like the snappy repartee has all dried up.
Get on with it.
What's your hurry, Mac? You got some place to go?
You ever do the cat and mouse routine without a gun in your hand?
Now that's more like it.
Gunfight. Oh well, shit. Not good.
You're a worn, tough guy. You should learn to take a hint. Get him downstairs and into the trunk.
Well, that's not good. Did I accidentally skip? Oh no, I hope I didn't accidentally skip. Shit. I might have accidentally skipped. Hold on, before I continue this, let me do the pleasure of looking up LA Noire. Name of this case called House of Sticks. Okay. When does memory become a memory? When you remember a memory and that becomes a memory. Are you making a memory within a memory? No idea. Some deep, deep shit there. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm such a nice guy. Here's what we missed.
Sure, he turned up all right. He's wishing he didn't. He's in the trunk. He's going nowhere. The boys introduced themselves. What do you want done with him, Mr. Monroe?
Oh, Mr. Monroe.
Yeah, I know a good place. Pick up a shovel and a pick on the way. It's up in the hills behind Griffith Park. We'll deal with that German bitch next.
Well, that's not good. Okay. So that's what we missed out on. I do want to apologize on that. All right. That's what we missed out on.
Elsa.
Sorry, pal. Desperate times.
Out of the way.
Watch it. Hey! Monroe owns the city. Owns the cops. I need to find Elsa.
You lose him first. Shit. Damn it. Okay, well, it looks like I lost him for now. Let's get to Elsa's apartment.
Where are they? Is that the last of them?
Alright, well, the good news is that we lost the goons, and now we just need to get to Elsa's apartment. You have yourself a good night, Techno Wolf Gamer. Thank you for tuning on in, and thank you for the Tier 1 subscription. I definitely appreciate that. Alright.
So you're still carrying that Army 45, Cole.
For God's sake, Cole! Call an ambulance!
Wow. That, Huh. Well... The truth is on Elysian Fields, despite Leon Monroe's best efforts to bury it. Looks like we missed out on one clue, but how much I can really do about that now is there.
Satchel charges on the cave entrance from above. Covering fire on weapons team. Look for snipers in the trees. You know the drill. No risks, no heroes, no prisoners.
You want some roast on this one, Sarge?
No, you guys have done enough. Head back to Webb's. We are going to blow every cave we come across. Close them down and move on, people.
Damn. I was hoping to get me a samurai sword.
Skipper says that Phelps has fallen behind again. He's got his fire teams checking every cave. He's lost another flamethrower. He wants you to get over there and hurry them along.
Ho, boom. Weapons company.
Sir.
Sir.
We have a major cave complex in front of us, Hogaboom. I want flamethrowers and BAR teams to clean it out.
Begging your pardon, sir. But if it's a big complex, why don't we bring the Shermans in? They could pour it in there.
We can't wait for tanks to be brought up. I'm already behind.
Then blow the cave. No skin off our nose. Bury them.
We are going in there and clearing them out. We are doing it by the numbers, Sergeant. Get your team in place. We're moving out. Mount up! First fire team and flamethrowers. Head in!
Oh shit.
Where's he going?
Where's who going?
The big cowboy. He's going in. Who gave that order?
You did.
Interesting, interesting. Alright, well, I'm going to go on ahead and hold that off for Friday's session for LA Noire. I believe we don't have very much left on this game. In fact, I think we have about, I want to say 3 more cases until we are completely done with LA Noire. In fact, I might just go on ahead and make Friday the final session for LA Noire, but we'll see. We'll see how that will turn. But I do want to give thanks to those that have tuned on in. Hope that you guys enjoyed this session of LA Noire. Tomorrow we will begin a new playthrough for Retro Gaming Thursdays, which is Super Mario Advance, Super Mario Brothers 2 for the Game Boy Advance. Hopefully, like I said, Friday should be the final session of LA Noire, and Saturday, I guess we will begin our new playthrough of God of War: Chains of Olympus. Sunday, we will continue with our Spooktober Sunday event with Missile up next on the chopping block for the RPG or horror game. Thank you very much, Gakalosian. Thanks to all those that have tuned on in. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have not joined the Discord server, join Discord server. I do updates on there in terms of my streaming schedule, whether I'm going to be live or not due to being sick or if I'm on holiday. Daily questions of the day, which I believe today's question: is there a video game or TV show that you guys are proud seeing, you know, being based off your hometown location that you used to be. You know, all that. Do have friendly people on there, so hardly put up with any bullshit. So, needless to say, you'll be safe in there when you join in on a Discord server. And we do. And you support streamers both big and small, so if you have to be a streamer, whether it be on here, YouTube, or Facebook Gaming, don't matter, I support all platforms. Show us what you can do. I'll gladly show you the support along the way. If you are a subscriber, you copy this raid message. If you're a non-subscriber, you copy this raid message. If you guys stick around for the raid, I'd greatly appreciate that. See who is on. Push this. Looks like we can go on ahead and push the love over to Wolfie9878 to pay back for the ring she did a while back. So we're gonna go on ahead and push the love over to Wolfie9878. Looks like she's playing some Phasmophobia with some. Well, let's go on ahead and push the love over to her. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with Retro Gaming Thursdays with Super Mario Brothers 2 Super Mario Advance, or the Game Boy Advance. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, on the Blue Dog. And as always, happy gaming, my friends.